Obviously not. I gave you one task. How difficult could it be to keep your eye on one person? If anything happened to my apprentice because of your incompetence, I will find you and I will rip out your... There you are. Are you unharmed? I'm very glad to hear that. I was about to lose my mind. You've gotten it. Of course you have. Your face is not flushed at all. And you are not out of breath. You did not even have to run, did you? Were you not discovered at all? Exceptionally well done. Now, sit. I believe it's time we take a look at this precious favorite toy of the princess. How beautiful. Look at those sparkling diamonds. A single one of them worth more than all the coin of all the common people in these lands combined. And of course, it is made of pure gold. How spoiled the princess is. Look at the size of this diamond. Perhaps I would not feel so intensely about the unfairness of it all if the princess had a kinder demeanor. I will have each of those diamonds plucked from this crown. We shall sell it to the neighboring kingdom. They won't need to know, of course, where we got them. It is really none of their business now, is it? And I doubt they will even ask. Even if they had an idea about where we got those stones from, they would not wish to know, I am sure of it. As you may recall, I had a few encounters with their royal family. They know when to not ask about details. And even though it might sound suspicious, they actually have quite a lot of kindness in them. More than our princess. What do you think? Would she make for a good queen? You can say it. I have openly criticized her all this time. It is not difficult to see just how rotten she is. Spoiled since her childhood. But that is not the only thing. Something like that could be fixed, I believe. But there is something sinister about her. Something dark. Not everyone from her family is like that. Thankfully, I do not want to imagine what it would be like if they were all like this. I assume our kingdom would have been lost at some point, overrun by any of the neighboring ones. But it doesn't really matter, does it? We have the crown now. We'll see what we're going to do. We have some time to think about what we shall do next. Of course, you shall receive a proper reward for this. Think of something that you want to have until tomorrow, and you shall receive it. Ideally, of course, something that you could show off. I want others to see what can happen if they do not disappoint me for once. But for now you may leave and rest. You wish to continue studying as if this was just any other night. Ever so diligent. No, I merely assumed, for some reason, that after completing such a grand task, that you might want to rest. Let me see. I want you to read the story of Edzer Undercast. I'm sure you've heard his name before. At the Academy. But only briefly, I would assume. That's right. He was the sorcerer who replaced the third circle leader after his involvement in a plot against the crown was discovered. It is written in the ancient tongue. Do you remember how to read that? I know it is part of your studies at the academy, but that was many years ago, wasn't it? Show me then. Show me you can still read it. Let us start with something simple. Over here, the first word. Option. Although. Correct. Next. Over here. Katastrophe. Catastrophe. Another one. This one. Vermissen. To miss. Good. How about this word? A longer one. Möglicherweise. Possible. Good. How about this one down here? Geschicke. Fates in this case. Correct again. Let us take another easy one. Here. Peripherie. Periphery. Too easy. Let's try a difficult one. Here. Verschiedenartig. Various. How about this one? Zusammenschlägt. To clash. Another easy one. Here. Element. Element. Good. Let's find another one up here. This one. Tiefer. Depth. Good. How about this one? Anspruch. Claim. Demand. And this one. Wirkungen. Effekt. Good. Well done. We're not done just yet. Here, a more difficult one. Minierarbeit. Mine. And this one over here. Umständen. Circumstances. And this one. Mäusen. Mice. Right. How about this one? Stürmischen. Storm. Good. Another one. Umschreiben. Describe. Correct. How about a short one? Here. Muss. Must. Good. And one last word. Zerstört. Destroyed. Very well. I want you to take notes. Specifically for Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. And I want you to pay attention to how his approach towards the common people changed, and how that in turn was contributing to his reputation amongst the nobles. I now have to take care of some paperwork, but I will be right here, so if you have any questions, do let me know. And I mean that. I know you tend to try and solve problems by yourself because you do not want to burden anyone, but I want you to ask for help if you need it. Understood? Very good. To my dear friend Isbeth, as always, I will ignore your insult to my person and read it as a test of my relentless patience. As I told you after the last meeting, I have no intention of working with either you or Conundrum on this plan of yours. Targan Thistlewood is dangerous and cunning. He was imprisoned for a reason. Nothing good will come of speaking to him. He will certainly not give you information without anything in return. And sadly, I can very much imagine you'd quickly give in and provide him with knowledge he should not have. And as always, all for the sake of satisfying your own ambitions. As your friend of many, many years, I strongly urge you to reconsider that plan of yours. Being good teachers and setting good examples for our apprentices must be our first priority. I hope you won't forget that. Your friend, Hemera. It is getting late. Do you still not wish to go to sleep? I've always admired your devotion to your studies, but I am starting to wonder. Do you feel pressured
to meet, or rather exceed, my expectations at all times. Just because you have not disappointed me so far does not mean you are not allowed to. I will not cast you out for making mistakes or slacking off every now and then. You do know that, I hope. You're unsure if you are good enough. And why is that? Then do you think us sorcerers take that decision lightly when we choose our apprentice? No. Rather, we do not choose at all. When all 20 of us came to the academy to choose, to find our apprentices, we saw you all for the first time, just as all of you saw us for the first time. And yet, as we walked through those rows and rows of students, we could all feel it as soon as we got close enough to our apprentice-to-be. It is a feeling that we do not know the source of, but it has never failed us. You can imagine it a bit like a flame within you, reaching out to whoever it is that is supposed to be your apprentice. You will understand it someday, when you choose your own apprentice. The point is, there is no question about whether or not you are good enough for this. There has long been an answer to that question, a clear one. So I hope that from now on you will not worry about such things. It's entirely pointless. You are good enough for this. And on top of that, I was quite lucky to find such a humble student. A lot of the apprentices who are chosen have their egos inflamed so much simply because they were chosen, and they become insufferable. Thankfully, you remained humble, as you have always been, as I've heard. Always quiet, but diligent, they told me. I do not say it often, because I do not want to spoil that character of yours. But I am proud of you. I truly am. I even brag about you. Quite often, actually. At the circle meetings. And the others tolerate it, because they know that if they interrupt me, that jealousy will become even more evident. So I hope that now you can do us both a favor and rest. I will need you tomorrow. Very well. Then I wish you a restful night and plenty of sleep.